what is up, guys? Right here, Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. The hurricanes. Come on, people, drive, bro. Like, wow. People got to drive over here. Where's all my peeps on here? Where's all my peeps on here? Yo, guys, what is up, man? I can't see. Man, I can't see my. Why can't I see my freaking? I can't see my comments, guys. Doggone it. Man, I can't see my chat, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, man, I'm just going on live just while I'm driving because I'm bored. I got to drive. I'm over here working the hurricane damage over here in Tampa, St. Pete area. I wish I could see my, I wish I could see my chat. I don't know why. I mean, I did everything I was supposed to, like normal, but I can't see my chat. People was calling me and I was like talking, but we're gonna go in here. Yeah, man, we're over here in the St. Pete Tampa area. That ring is gonna go in a minute. Hold on, hold on. Yep, yep. There you go. Hang up. Anyway, guys, we're working the hurricane stuff over in the St. Pete, Tampa area. Devastation. Yeah, it was not a lot of wind damage. It was most of it was flood. Like these houses got 5, 6, 8 feet of flood. You know, all these big bad crips on the water, but even inland a little bit. Yeah, it's endless. I wish I could read my chat. Sorry, guys. I can't see who's on here. I wish I could because I miss you guys. I'm working. I was in Louisiana 2 weeks ago. Now I'm running the west coast of Florida. And what's really messed up is there's another one coming and it's supposed to hit here again. Another hurricane. They can't do that here, man. If the hurricane hits over here, another hurricane hits, which is coming, another one, it's showing it. It's showing, the tropics. It's supposed to be here or coming this way next in another week or so. They can't do it, man. It's devastated over here. Yeah, St. Pete, Tampa, the beach area, Bradenton, the flood is insane. Let me see if I can. Yeah, let me do something here. Let me go ahead and turn my camera. Anyway, you can see like the garbage, everything's lined up over here, and these are hotels. Like this is nothing. I mean, I'm over here. I'm going to people's houses where there's 40-foot yachts. Look, these are hotels that closed down. Like crazy floods, crazy flood stuff. But yeah, this is super bad. I've been to all these houses. I'm doing houses on the flood, and these people have 40-foot yachts in their backyard. That's not even their boat. Like, I seen a couple of boats on top of the house. I've seen garbage dumpsters, like the big steel dumpsters that you guys see at your regular stores. Up in oak trees, 15 feet up in the air, big dumpsters in the trees. That's how bad it is. You got to realize that the sea level's changing. Everybody's like, oh, everything's sinking. Things aren't sinking. Things are rising. You got the glaciers, Antarctica, that are chopping off and falling into water. The world's huge. Where do you think the water level goes when that happens? It rises, right? So it changes everything, not just over there. It's the world, right? But now over here, this has never done this. Like this storm that went through just passed by. It was far away from the coast, but the flooding is insane over here. Like they're letting me on the island because I'm a first responder too and everything. So But the damage that's over here, you guys couldn't even fathom it, man. I know you're seeing like North Carolina, Georgia, those areas where it's really, really, really bad. But here it's insane. I go to these people's houses. There's 8-foot flood line in there. Let's get some more video, a little bit of video here. This is just where I'm at. This is on Beachside, St. Pete. You know, they got storm guys over here, people getting ready to go. You know, these guys they got bulldozers here that just bulldozed, 6 feet of beach sand off of these. Look at these roads. They're all sandy. So it's pretty much out of control. I'll probably be over here for a month, maybe 2, before I go back home, just because of the damage. It's so fast. It's so much. They cleaned up a lot of the beach sand. Look, see the piles of beach sand? All that sand is from the street. That's not from the beach. Those piles you see of sand, look, the dump trucks. There's dump trucks. They're filling up the dump trucks, getting all the sand out of here. But that's the sand off the beach. That's not, they didn't pile it there, for somebody. That's what they got out of here. That's the sand that they pulled off these streets. It's crazy. And a lot of these people don't expect this because this is probably one of the worst ones I've seen. I see a lot of bad stuff, but this one here is bad. And they're getting worse every year. I got a light right here, guys. But this one's bad. I did Ian. Ian was a Cat 5, which was devastating for them also, and the flood. But now it hit there again. And the people got their houses fixed that spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on their stuff in the restaurants, and it did it again. I'm looking at boats over here. I can't really show you while I'm driving, but there's boats scattered over here. Let me see if I can see some. The boats are just everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's sad, man. This is a hard part of doing what I do. I mean, I know I always tell everybody, I can't wait for the hurricane season to go work because they pay us crazy money to do this. But the hard part is seeing the damage and the people that lost everything they own. I mean, the only thing that they have, their cars. I go to people's houses, all their cars. They didn't realize that it was going to flood that bad. They're like, oh, we're good. It's not going to flood. Might get some rain and wind. Didn't happen that way. We're talking somebody's place got 8 foot of, I just came from a house that had 8 foot of salt water, almost touching the ceiling, But, yeah, I'm just rolling. I figure I'd do a YouTube video just while I'm driving, just to talk to you guys about what I'm doing. But most of you guys know who I am. Some people are coming in. They're new to the channel probably, but they just want to see what the live's about. But devastation. Like today, it took me an hour and a half to get over the Skyway Bridge in St. Pete, just because they had one lane closed down because there was undermining on one part of the bridge. So they closed it down. So traffic is crazy. Just to try and move around this place. I mean, normally I can do 4 regular claims when I come to a hurricane. Do 4 by 10:30, 11 o'clock. Look, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to number 4 because just to get where I got to go, it's hard just to get where I got to go. They won't let nobody on the beach unless you're a resident or a FEMA worker or a first responder like I am, of course. Then you can get on the bridge on these islands. Otherwise, they're not letting you on these islands. Why? Is because people come over here and loot. They come over and rip people off. They come over and scam people. You got to realize everyone's scamming people. Hey, let me sign this and I'll get you going. I'll fix your stuff. And people are giving away money to people and they leave. Not cool. So they're checking your license. You're right. They're not letting anybody here from out of state. No, if you got an out of state license, have a good day. You're not going to be able to get on these islands, which is good and bad thing. People are here to help from out of state, but you got the bad eggs that messed everything up. That won't let people come here. So it is what it is on that point. I mean, there's cops everywhere here. There's cops just at all the lights, just making sure. Like here, I'll show you a little view. Here's a cop over here. They got streets coned off just because you can't get to them. But it's crazy. It's sad. See if I can. Now I'm heading to another island. I'm going off this island to get to the next island. And when you do these claims, normally you can do them quick, but just to get to where you're going is the hard part. That's the hard part. But yeah, I'm gonna be out there. I was doing a bunch of the hurricane claim stuff, but there's not a lot of wind damage here on this hurricane. So the normal houses are okay. The only thing that damaged them was the flood. So I do flood also. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of the flood claims here because that's where the money is, and that's where most of the devastation is. I mean, I'm certified to go to California and do earthquakes, but I don't feel like going to do earthquakes right now. I'd rather stay in Florida and do flood and hurricane stuff. I don't feel like going to do earthquakes right now. And there's a lot of earthquakes in California. They call me, they're like, "Hey Mark, you want to go to California?" I'm like, no, I'll stay in Florida. You know what I mean? I don't feel like going out and do earthquakes, man. But it's crazy. It's nuts. It's a lot of stuff. I wish I was closer to the beach. I'll be there. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit before I get there. I would have been there a while ago, but I'm going to these people's houses that call it in for the wind damage, and they have no wind damage. They got all flood, so they're not going to get anything on that wind because they have no damage. But everybody in Florida normally has two different insurance companies: wind, hurricane, or flood. So two. If you don't have flood, you're out of gas because wind's not going to cover it. Wind is for the roofs, the exterior stuff like that, but the flood is flood. Floods from the ground up, winds from the roof down type thing. Got to pay attention to your policies for sure. If you don't know your policy, make sure you figure it out before hurricane season comes, because if you don't have two policies over here in these areas, you're going to get whacked. So you always got to pay attention to your policies in Florida. What's going on? Because I see a lot of people, I'm going to their house and like, "Oh no, you're the guy that's supposed to be doing our flood," because they said we have it in our policy. And I'm like, "You don't have it in your policy." And the people are like upset. They're very upset because they don't know their policy. They got told by an agent or somebody, "Hey, this is what you got in your policy. You're covered," and they didn't. So because they didn't understand what they were getting, what what policy they were buying from their carrier. So in Florida, it's tough. The insurance are going to go higher and higher. Louisiana insurance is double Florida because it hits there a lot. The houses are old. A lot of houses like in New Orleans stuff, they're old houses. And they get trashed every year. But the insurance over there is double the amount in Florida. Now, because of this, and it's going to continue every year when a hurricane just passed by. The outskirts were whipping in. It did some damage here and there, trees, like that. But the flood is what hit. And these people, some of them don't have flood coverage. I go to their house, they're like, "Hey, we have no coverage. We got to pay for this out of our pocket." And I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm writing estimates over here for these floods for $250,000 estimates I'm writing. That's not even including their contents, what you own. What you own is on another 80 to 100 grand. Everything in your house. And your cars are on another policy, your car insurance. So all these cars are getting towed. I was at a guy's house yesterday. He had a couple Porsches, a couple Cadillac Escalades. They're 4 feet under the water. But your car insurance is rough. You don't get all the money that car is worth. It's tough on those most of the time on the car insurance. But man, I wish I could see you guys on here, man. I can't see the comments. I don't know why. I did it normal. For some reason, it's not up there, and I've looked everywhere. I don't know why. That aggravates me because I like to talk to you guys and know who's up there, you know. But yeah, I'll read the comments when I go back and watch it on the channel, and then I'll just give you guys a heart, give you guys a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. But I was just bored. Normally when I drive, I call my buddies, all the other adjusters up here, and we just talk because you're driving from house to house. You're bored, right? That's all we're doing. 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, legit. I leave the hotel at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I put my head on bed by 1 or 2. You don't get much sleep. You're grinding away, dude, for 30 days straight. This one here is gonna be more than 30 days. This one's gonna be, put it this way, I can leave when I want. But why leave? I'm here to help these people. I'm here to work and make money. because this is my job. So if I have to say 2 months, I will. But I got to get home at one point. Got Thanksgiving coming. Yeah, I'm not going to miss that, of course, because we're having a big thing at my house. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta work. You gotta run. But right here, there's not a lot of devastation. I'm on more of the inland. Um, there's some flooding here. You can see everybody piles their furniture outside. Like every house you go to is just piled with furniture. All their furniture, the whole house is outside. You know, but yeah. Let me see if I can get some shots. See, I'm going over a bridge now. Look and see if I see any boats because the boats are scattered. They're just scattered around. Um, don't see any boats over here. But you look on the islands. I look across to the islands because right now I'm in between a river and the beach. And you look at the islands, you'll see the boats stuck up in the islands. It came here. There's some water damage here. You just look at the house and you'll see a stain from all that mud. Oh, here's a boat right here. See if I get it real quick for you guys. Here's a boat right here. Look right there. There you go. I got you guys a boat. I got you guys a boat. But that's nothing. When you see those 50, 60-foot yachts, like these multi-million-dollar yachts, a quarter of a mile inland up against houses, that's crazy. That's super crazy. Let me see if I can find any more. But I can see them far away, scattered, but if I can show you them up in people's yards, it's nuts. You guys would be like, no way. But I'm looking at these houses here. You can see the flood line. It's 3 foot. So these houses got about 3 foot of flood in their house here. But yeah, if I can see some boats, I'll let you guys know. But it's bad. You don't want to see it. This is the part that I hate when I come run these things, is the devastation. Look at that. I wish I could have showed you that. The dock was all torn off. But these people, this is where we live. We love Florida. We love the water. I live by the water, and if it happened to me, I'd be in the same boat. But we don't get a lot of a lot of it's over on this side, the Gulf, because it's really warm. The water's really warm in the Gulf. So that's why you guys been seeing the hurricanes ripping up the Gulf, because it's so hot in between the Gulf of Mexico and Florida. That's where the hurricanes love to go. So it'll go past Cuba and it'll get connected to that warm water in the Gulf. That's it. It's on. And you're not turning that hurricane off. This one was a 4. It was a bad boy. You're not shutting them off, man. They're a machine. And the tornadoes in between all that and everything else is bad. So it's hurricanes are a machine, man. They're getting worse and worse. We get a little video. Oh, here's the road. The road is under mine right here. Here's just some stuff on the front of this big crib on the water. Not a lot of stuff. They're doing a lot of cleanup around here right now. A lot of cleanup. I'm just looking for boats for you guys too, but yeah. But the main thing is over here in Florida, you gotta know your policy. Got to know your policy, man. If you don't know your policy and this happens, you could be done. I mean, you got houses over here that are on the beach that are worth $2-3 million and are completely wrecked. And if you don't have good policy, unless you got a lot of money, you're gonna rebuild it yourself. The stores, some of these stores are all open, so it must have not reached right here too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna be going. Like I said, I'm trying to hop onto the next island over here. I know it's kind of boring just watching me talk, but I was bored, so I want you guys to be bored with me. But yeah, we're just rolling over here, man, doing our things. I miss you guys. If you guys are around here, I know you guys. I can't see it. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on. I'm bored, man. I got to talk to somebody, because if I don't talk, I'm going to go, when am I going to get to the next one? Right now, it's 12 o'clock. I should be back at the hotel, but these islands are tough to get on. They're hard to get on. They're hard to get to, and it's like 20 miles an hour when you're on here, so you can't even go fast. When I get on the highway, I'm doing 90, bro. I'm straight up flying. But when you get over here, people are 20 miles an hour. They're all scared. I don't know. It's just on the islands. It's only, I think, 35 max maybe, but people do 20. Don't know why. Me, I'm 100 miles an hour all day. I literally wear the brakes on my trucks. That's why I sell my truck every 2 years when I trade it in, because I don't know, whoever gets it. I feel bad, dude. I run my vehicles, man. I drive hard. I'm on and off the brakes. I'm 100 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour wide open, but that's me. I'm crazy. I'm wide open. Man, I wish I could see the comments, guys. I tried to get the comments on. I did everything I'm supposed to do, like I normally do, but that stinks. Stinks. But much love to you guys. Anyway, I'll stay on. Whoever here, stay on, because I'm going to be at this house in about 5 minutes. So when I pull up, I'll show you guys a couple things before I have to shut the camera off, because I'm going to have to go in and do the inspection. But let me at least pull in and see if I can see if you guys can see any devastation. I haven't been to this part of the island, this island over here. But I haven't been to this part. I wish I could take you guys at all the houses that I do, but it's kind of hard to talk to people and to do my job while YouTube's running. You know what I mean? It's kind of difficult, man. But I'm gonna pop some more lives on that I can. I tell you what, when I'm done with this live, I'll be here in a second. Just when I'm done with this live, when I go hit some of my flood claims, then I'm gonna show you that. Then I'm gonna go live and show you some real crazy stuff. Hold on a second. I gotta turn right here, guys. So yeah, then I'm gonna show you guys some stuff. Yeah, I haven't even been to this. I haven't been. This is the first time I've been to this island today. But yeah, there might not be a lot of this. I don't see a lot of. Yeah, these guys didn't get really flooded over here, so this might have been some wind and stuff, but I just don't see. I don't see any flooding. Yeah, let me see where I gotta go here. Douglas. So I gotta go on Douglas. Yeah, right here. Yeah, so this could be like a tree down on a house or something. But yeah, there was no flooding here. This was just let me give you guys a little shot. See, this was just a lot of tree stuff. These big oak trees are out here, just tree stuff. Yeah, this area didn't get flooded. This area is just going to be a lot of trees, wind, nothing, no big devastation or anything, which is good. I don't have to hear people crying. It's bad. These people, I get these people, they're crying on my shoulder like I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist every day. You got to kind of take a step back and go to, reality check of what they're going through. Even though I like doing this stuff, you still got to be compassionate, man. You got to be a human being. You can't come here and just run. You go through here. Yeah, some of these places got flooded because there's stuff around. Yeah, some of these got flooded. So this is probably a flood. Hopefully he's got damage from wind, so I can get him some money. Otherwise, yeah, most of the stuff's flood. Yeah, these guys got flood here. I got to sit here for a minute because this guy's trying to get out of here. Yep. I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pull up to some flood stuff. Yep. Let me put my camera up here, guys. So this area did get flooded. So these are people's houses, man, that I'm dealing with all their furniture. So these guys, okay, now this street's a war zone, guys. I call it war zones because 1827. Let me see where I'm going, guys. Hold on a second. 1827. Hello?
Sorry. If you want to come down here, you got to park somewhere where you're not blocking anybody's driveway.
I'm with FEMA. I'm supposed to be here.
Okay. Well, could you just please park where you're not blocking somebody's driveway?
So was I parked? I wasn't even parked yet. Not a problem. I wasn't even parked yet, though. Hey, do you guys hear that? I got these people out here that are like, look at the devastation out here, guys. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off this live. As I go in here and roll. These people are kind of aggravated. This lady came up to me. She's like, "Can you park somewhere where you're not blocking people?" I'm like, I haven't even parked yet, let alone trying to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, I will get on a live next and let you guys know. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping in.